y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be testing out a new foundation that I haven't really seen many people talk about. That's probably because it just came out, but I pre-ordered this guy probably September, honestly I can't remember, and it's the Maybelline Radiant Liquid Foundation. So if you like to hear my thoughts on it, wear test, how it applies, and see if it's the right color on me, then just please keep on watching. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face with you guys just to show you guys the type of primer that I like to use. Since this is a hydrating foundation, I do have combo skin, so right now my oils aren't like super crazy, but I still need some type of like gripping and pore filling primer. So I'm gonna do a little primer cocktail. I'm gonna use my OG. Honestly, like I don't know how like I'm not out of this, but I use this like all the time whenever I do my makeup. But it's the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Honestly guys, like this primer is amazing. I did get it for free from Influencer, and like honestly I think if I had not gotten in the box I would never have tried it and probably gone out of my way, use my own money to buy this. So if you're looking for a new primer, just a primer that you need something that's gonna like stick on and hold on to your makeup, this is it right here. I like to put the pore filling right here on where I have like my pores at, which is like right here, almost like the inner of my cheek. I really don't have them out here. It's like right in this like little area. A little bit on my nose. And then I'm gonna put a little bit right here, like right into my eyebrows. I've been getting like really big pores, so in this little general area. For the rest of the face, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Milk Makeup one. I just do about one pump, which is pretty good for your face. I know that if you put too much, it can get a little crazy, and it's very also hydrating, so you're gonna get some hydration and you're gonna get some stickiness. But you guys can see like it's already getting a little tacky. While that's cooking on the skin and you know getting tacky, so we're gonna talk about this foundation. Now it has a lot of claims, and I bought this off of Amazon. I was trying to see if I can find it on Ulta, and it's not on there, so I don't know if it's like hasn't really launched on any of the websites, but I know for sure you can get it on Amazon, and girl, you can get it 1-day shipping. This foundation retails for $10.99, which honestly isn't incredibly bad for a drugstore foundation. I've seen some that go up to like $15, which is I feel a little bit high, but I feel like this is pretty standard for a drugstore foundation. And I did get in the shade 75 Natural Beige. Hopefully it matches. I'm like praying it does. I haven't even tested it out. So this is also a hydrating foundation, and also has hyaluronic acid and collagen. So with a hydrating foundation, you want to kind of like plump the skin and just make the skin just look like juicy and just so that's really exciting for that. And also in the bottle, which I saw, it says this gives up to a 12-hour of continuous hydration, which is, say if you put your makeup on at 8 o'clock in the morning, by the time you get to work by 5 o'clock at night, that you should be able to still have this nice hydrating plump to your skin for the foundation. So the second thing is it visibly improves the look of skin. So hopefully this is not super duper caked on and just kind of gives you like this glow and like juice to the skin. And the third is it is a medium coverage with a radiant finish, which obviously since it's a hydrating foundation. And the last one is it does not clog pores. Dermatologists test it, which is super amazing because we don't want, to clog our pores and get pimples, you know what I mean? So this does come in 20 shades, which I feel like it could be a little bit better. The range is okay. Like I said, it could be better. So maybe in the future they might add more to the collection of shades. Just gonna go ahead and just get started. It doesn't seem super liquid. You guys can kind of see it's just kind of sitting there like on my hand. So it seems almost like a nice like whipped consistency. It might be a little dark. Oh. So I will say about like one pump pretty much covered like this part of my face. So you're probably gonna need 2 pumps of this to cover your entire face. But with this brush, it's applying it on pretty nicely. So it does have a slight like glow to it, but it's nothing like super extreme. And I will say that this is probably a like, I won't say a full medium, but I would say like a light to medium. I can still see some darkness, a little bit of redness still popping through. So I did add onto those little areas. It covered it a little bit more, but I will say that if you do have a lot of redness, like rosacea around the cheeks, I feel like it's gonna cover, but it's not gonna completely cover, if that makes sense. You might have to also go into addition with like maybe some concealer. It doesn't look super duper hydrating. Like I said, I feel like it almost looks like a satin finish, but I still do have like some type of little bit of glow, but it's not super intense, which I like, because sometimes I found like with matte foundations, like sometimes they're just a little bit too matte, and I just want them to just be a little bit of hydration. So this might be something that might work for oily skin. I don't know. We'll see at the end of the day to see how my face looks like. But I'm gonna hop off camera real quick. I'm gonna do like the rest of my face, my powder, and then I'll kind of show you guys how my face is looking like once I have powder on, concealer, if things are looking weird and stuff like that. I'll do check-ins, and we'll see by the end of the day what the foundation looks like. Alrighty guys, so my face is finished. I just went ahead and used the products that I normally use on a day-to-day basis when I do my makeup. Everything's looking pretty good so far. Really no complaints so far. We'll kind of see throughout the day. But I have a couple things that I need to do. I need to get Sabina here in a little bit. Currently it's 3:04, so I will probably check in with you guys when we're kind of talking and see about my final thoughts about this product and see if it's worth your money. So I'll catch you guys probably around like 9. I'm gonna like leave this on until like 9 o'clock, so we'll give this a full 6-hour wear test. So wish me luck, and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so we're back. We have some things to say, and I'm gonna go ahead and address a couple things. Number one, I hate the concealer that I'm wearing. I do not like this Huda Beauty, the Overachiever concealer. I think it's just too cakey for me. I think maybe I have not used a type of concealer like this in a long time, and it's just not for me. It's going back to sport tomorrow. Number two, if you guys can see my little tear, this little missing at my foundation, we went to go see Frozen, and there's part of the song, not a song, part of the movie that made me cry. And I will say that the beginning of Frozen, I'm not gonna give it all away. So I will say the beginning of it's a little cheesy and it gets better towards the end. So that's what I'll say about that. So no spoilers over here. And third, my lashes have taken off and they're ready to land. So if they're looking a little crazy, I understand. I already know. So let's go ahead and talk about this foundation. Now, I started applying this foundation like around, what was it, like 2 o'clock? So it's about to be 10. So I've had this foundation pretty much for 8 hours. So here is what an 8-hour wear, what it would look like on a combo skin girl or gal. So overall, I will say that I will rate this overall, I will say a 7.5, like a 7.5. Now we'll talk about it. So basically what I've kind of noticed, and sometimes like for some reason foundations have been kind of weird like around this area. I feel like for a lot of people it's just caked, and I think just the way the skin is right here just can get a little cakey. So right in here, I don't know if you guys can see, hopefully the camera can like pick up, but right in here it's just cakey, and it's not that it's getting crazy into here like in my nose, it's just like almost like separating a little bit. I don't know, but overall my skin looks, I feel like my skin has this like kind of natural glow. It's not an overly glow, if that makes sense. I know sometimes with hydrating foundations, now I will say this isn't like super hydrating, so for people who have say combo skin or not super duper oily skin will probably really like this foundation. For my people who have dry skin, this might be a little bit too matte for you. I will say that you probably will have to like really prep the skin for this, because like even though it says hydrating foundation, I don't feel like it's completely a hydrating foundation. I feel like if, like I said, if you do have oily skin, this is probably a really good foundation for you, or combo skin, that you can have something that's like kind of a little bit of hydrating, but it's still gonna have some type of like a satin matte finish to it. So with those couple cons, I will have to finesse with it, but I really like it. I'm glad that I got it. So if you guys are interested in this foundation, I'll make sure to leave it down in the description box so you guys can check it out. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this foundation? Do you think you guys need to pick it up? I think for the price point and for what it has done for my skin, I think it's pretty on par. I think if it was like maybe like $15, I'd be like, okay, like I think we need to like, I would have it on more of a higher standard, but because of the price range and drugstore and all of those, you know, different things, I feel like it's a pretty good price point. And I think this is probably like a really good foundation for like combo skin. So that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for staying till the very end to see this mess. I'm just kidding. But if you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel down below. Also hit that bell so you can get notified every time I upload, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye guys.